kids. Today we'll be discussing about LRU page replacement algorithm, that is least recently used page replacement algorithm. And as you can see that these numbers are the reference string. And now also what we'll do, we'll assume the page table size as 3. This we call it as page frames. And in the first case, a page fault occurs because the page table is empty. So what you need to do is you need to bring this 7 from the backing storage device and update the page table and restart the execution. So therefore 7 comes over here, and again a page fault occurs over here. So 0 is not there in this page table, so therefore a page fault occurs. You go to the backing storage device, bring in the appropriate frame and update the page table. So therefore 7 is returned over here and 0 comes over here, and again here also a page fault will occur. So you don't have 1 in this particular page table. This one is brought in from a backing storage device and placed over here. So therefore 7 comes over here and 0 is returned over here. Now again the next reference string is 2. Again a page fault occurs. Why? Because 2 is not there in this page table. So what I need to do is, now I need to select the victim. So in order to select the victim, what we do is 1 is used over here, 0 is used over here, and 7 is used over here. Which is the last tick mark in this particular sequence? 7 is the last. So it signifies that the 7 is the least recently used among the available frames. So therefore you need to select the 7 as the victim and replace that by 2. Now the page table entries would turn out like this, that is 2 comes in place of 7 and 0 is returned over here and 1 is returned over here. Now the next reference string is 0. So 0 already it is there in the page table, so therefore the page fault does not occur. So therefore put an into mark over there. Now again 3, yes, of course a page fault occurs. Why? Because there is no frame in the page table. So now what I have to do is I have to erase all these pencil marks. After erasing the pencil marks, what I need to do is I need to examine these values. So 0 is used over here and 1 is used over here and 2 is used over here. So the least recently used among the frames available in the page table is this 1. So therefore I need to bring in this 3 in place of 1. So I'll retain this 2 and I'll retain this 0, and in place of 1 I'll replace this 3. The next reference string is 0. Already the 0 is there in the page table, so therefore the page fault will not occur. So therefore you will put an into mark over there. Now again the next reference string is 4. Now I need to choose the victim. So again what I have to do is I have to erase all the pencil marks or the tick marks that what we have done over here. After erasing, what we do is we need to examine these values 2, 0 and 3. 0 is used over here, 3 is used over here, and 2 is used over here. So therefore we need to select this 2 as the victim and bring in this 4. So what I do is in place of 2 I replace 4 and 0 and 3 I retain. Now again when I refer the next reference string, I do have a page fault. So therefore I need to select the victim among these because 2 is not there in the page table. So therefore again I will erase the pencil marks over here. After erasing the pencil marks, I need to examine the values over here. 4 is used over here, 0 is used over here, and then 3 is used over here. So what I need to do is I need to select the frames among the available page table. So therefore the least recently used among the frames that is available in the page table is this 3. Now what I'll do is in place of 3 I need to bring in 2. So therefore the page table entries are 4 is retained, 0 is retained, and 3 is replaced by 2. Now I need to erase all the pencil marks. After erasing the pencil marks, again the next reference string is 3. Again a page fault occurs, so therefore again I will draw the page table. So I need to select the victim. In order to select the victim, I need to again examine the previous entries. So 2 is used over here, 4 is used over here, and 0 is used over here. So the victim is 0. So what we need to do is we need to bring in this 3 in place of this 0 in this page table. So the page table entries are 4 is retained. In place of 0, I bring in 3, and 2 is also retained. Now again the next frame is 0. So again a page fault occurs. What I'll do is again I'll draw the page table. After writing the page table, so I need to select the victim. In order to select the victim, I need to again erase the pencil marks over here. So after erasing the pencil marks, 2 is used over here, 3 is used over here, and 4 is used over here, which is the last tick mark. This is the last tick mark. So therefore in place of 4, I need to bring in this 0. So that page table entries would become like this. That is 0 comes in place of 4, 3 is retained, and 2 is also retained. So now the next entry is, or the reference string is 3. 3 is already there in the page table, so therefore a page fault does not occur. So therefore I'll put an into mark over here. And again the next reference string is 2. So again 2 is there in the page table in the required frame, so therefore the page table will not occur. The next frame is 1, so 1 is not there in the page table, so therefore the page table fault occurs. So therefore what I'll do, I'll draw the page table again over here. I need to erase the pencil marks over here. After erasing the pencil marks, I need to examine the values of 0, 3 and 2. So what I need to do is, when I examine 0, 3 and 2, 2 is used over here, and again 3 is used over here, 0 is used over here. So the selected victim is this 0. So therefore in place of 0 I need to bring in 1. So therefore here 1 comes over here, 3 is retained over here, and 2 is retained over here. So when I refer the next reference string 2, it's already there in the page table, so therefore the page fault does not occur. Just put an into mark over here. And again the next reference string is 0. A page fault does occur. Why? Because you don't have the required frame in this page table. So again I need to select the victim for replacement. So therefore what I'll do, I'll erase all the pencil marks over here. So when I examine this 1, 3 and 2, 2 is used over here, 1 is used over here, and 3 is used over here. So therefore in place of this 3 I need to bring in this 0. So 1 I'll retain, and then 3 also, 2 I will retain, and in place of 3 I'll bring in this 0, because 3 is the least recently used among 1 and 2. And the next frame reference string that I refer is 1, which is already there in the page table, so therefore the page fault does not occur. The next frame is 7. So yes, of course the page fault occurs, and because 7 is not there in the page table, so I need to select the victim. So therefore what I do, I have to erase all the pencil marks. So while examining this 1, 0 and 2, 1 is used over here, 0 is used over here, and 2 is used over here. So the selected victim is this 2. So therefore in place of 2 I bring in this 7. So 1 is retained over here, 0 is retained over here, and 7 comes over here. Now the next reference string is 0. So therefore 0 is already there in the page table, so therefore the page fault does not occur. And again 1 is also there in this page table, so therefore the page fault does not occur. So as we have seen that how this particular LRU page replacement algorithm works. So here what we do is, all the blocks refers that the page fault has occurred, so therefore the total page fault occurrence is 12, and all the into marks that we have written for our reference represents no page fault occurrence, that is nothing but 8. The positive points or the advantages of this particular algorithm is the implementation can be done, and it's easy when compared to optimal page replacement algorithm, which is very tough. And we have one more plus point or the advantage in this algorithm. When compared to the algorithm called as first in first out, this particular algorithm works better. Thank you.